Okay, these next couple of videos are going to be about the jazz improvised line. And for that, I'm going to use the song When Lights Are Low, and here's a little bit of the song. Okay, so the reason I picked this song is because the chords start off pretty easy. Just scale tone 7th chords in the key of F, and the best scale choice is the major scale of F. But of course, there's lots of other things that you can do, and those are the kind of things I'm going to be covering. One thing will be putting in a chromatic tone, sometimes called the bebop scale, and of course you could put them in other places as well. Other things will be the enclosure, where you're looking at notes of the chord and enclosing them like that, above and below. Those are some ideas using enclosures. Also just kind of digital type patterns. That kind of thing. You know, arpeggios, sometimes using chord tones, sometimes using extensions. Let's see, if I'm in F major, I would want to do something more like this. Then when we get to dominant chords, which in this song I think the first one to come up is a D dominant. Yeah, right there. So we'll look at the choices that you have when you have a dominant chord. And there's lots and lots of choices for the dominant chord, and that's why it's so important to really know them. So for instance, the three that come to mind are Lydian dominant, the diminished scale, and the altered scale. So Lydian dominant scales like this. Yeah. All right, and a diminished scale would be like this. And you know, different rootless voicings support these scales in various ways. Like for instance, you could just use a diminished chord for D7th. All right, there's using diminished scale there. Then also there's altered. That. There's some good patterns you can use with altered scales, those kind of things. Diminished, there's so much stuff you can do also, you know, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. That's all based on the diminished scale. The minor 7 flat 5 and the best scales for that. Then I'll also talk a little bit about the way the left hand can support what the right hand's doing rhythmically. Like for instance, you can put chords on the beat, the and of 2, the and of 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Another approach is to play the left hand more with the right hand. Another way is kind of a conversation between them. This is just going to be about the melodic line.